Hello again. I am at peace. I am in cleanliness. I am not in filth anymore. I am free. I am happy, of course. But of course, you may be curious about me, but you may not know me. But who cares? So get the hell out of here. If you don't know me, get the hell out of here. What the hell did I just say, right? Jesus fucking Christ, people are so fucking fools here on the fucking Facebook. But hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my goddamn live Facebook video feed. Of course, I sound cringy as fuck on intentional purposes. There's a method to my madness. If you have any comments, questions, insults, or even roast fest, you put it down below. I may not receive your comment until 10 seconds later or 40 seconds later until enough sacrifices are made so we can have the 5G. And now we have the fucking PS5 coming out and the Xbox fucking series coming out. But of course, since I've been talking for like about a minute, babbling on, that gets a lot of motherfuckers out of here. So let's talk about the subject now here. Okay, so today's topic will be about, am I truly your friend? Okay, I am a sadist. Okay, you know what a sadist is. Okay, and also I'm gonna talk to you about a little bit of magic here, because it works for me and it may not work for you. Okay, so everybody's different. Your energies is different from mine. Okay, but I've talked to this guy who said his name is Elias Gillies. I forgot his name, but anyway, I'm not good with names until I really know you. Okay, for years and shit, because I'm going senile and shit because I'm getting older. Okay, but if you're there, you should say hello. How you been? Okay, but anyway, let's go on for like about 10 minutes to 30 minutes. And I sometimes go to half an hour or a whole hour sometimes, okay? Yesterday I had a good cookout. And this guy, okay, was basically saying he'd rather have a challenge in life with the Beelzebub or the Jezebel or the Succubus or the Lilith, okay? The whore of Babylon. She sits on the scarlet beast, drinking the blood of male saints. Okay, and she has the word secret written upon her forehead. She is written in Revelation, and she is Lilith. We men know who she is, but we won't care to know who she is when technology comes out, because everybody's already under the mark of the beast anyway, so you can't really escape Big Brother, okay? So anyway, I just want you to understand, it's not wise to be desperate for whores. You're supposed to get paid from whores. You get paid from whores, like babysitting them. You could do dildo fucking like I did, but you got to have a sense of personality. The problem is when you're trying to become a gigolo, okay, not a fucking real like escorter gigolo, prostituting yourself, sexualized or anything. You don't have to use your dick. That's the key element. I was a fetish gigoloer. Ask more questions, you'll learn more. But in my heydays, I used to do this little magic thing, a little magic trick, and I'm telling you right now, you might not want to do this. But you might have to take a small little candle. And if you meet a girl that you really like, I know it may seem hard for you to do, okay? Because I know your balls are tingling and you want to release into her vagina, her coochie, her used vaginas, flappy jappies. Take the candle, whatever color that floats your motherfucking boat. And you know your intentions is to create family with beauty and brains. Remember, beauty fades over time, motherfuckers. Please understand that. If you want a challenge in life, you at least have someone with brains, okay? Not someone out to torment you or suffer you, okay? But of course, I digress here. You take the small little candle of any color you have, any color you wish, okay? I told you before, I'm on the chaotic side. I'm not your friends, okay? People can understand what friendship is, okay? But I'll explain that very shortly, okay? But you take this candle, okay? You take it to the girl and say, I want to try something different. You act like a little child. Because most men are like little children when they need something from a female, especially something sexual. So you take this candle, and I did this in the library. So I took this girl, this fine-ass, fat, juicy booty girl, in the back of the library. She thought I was going to kiss her and suck her and lick her crack of her ass or some shit. But I just wanted to experiment because I was reading about it. So it's called the candle magic. Candle magic. Y'all never heard of candle magic, motherfuckers? But this shit works for me. Okay? So I took the candle and I set it down. I lit the candle in the fucking library, way in the back somewhere, because nobody really goes back there. I go into the library because I like to read. I used to read tons of books. Okay, so next thing you know, She said, what are you trying to do? Okay. Because I thought she was thinking sexual. I wasn't thinking sexual. I was thinking about having the babies with this bitch. I was thinking of having babies. But the thing is that I don't want my future to be fucked up. But then I didn't believe in this candle magic control. I tried it. Tried, motherfuckers. Tried, okay? God damn it, motherfuckers. You have to try things in order to, before you start getting emotional. Shit. So, I set the candle down, lit it, and I held her hands. All you have to do is close your eyes for like 1 minute. That's it. The candle is lit. Your intentions are set. And tell her what she should be thinking is the same thing. What is her intentions? Your intentions. That's it. And you hold that thought there for just a moment, what you want. You think about her pussy, you think about her fucking, the babies, how pretty they're going to be and shit like that. But as a matter of fact, when you do this, after a minute, your eyes will be awake. Me, I'm a conversationalist. And knowing how powerful this magic was, I could not say shit. She said, this was interesting, right? She said, this was interesting. So I was wondering, I said, what could she possibly be thinking of? You don't need to know what was on her mind. You really don't need to. It'll come out in your words. So she said something that I could usually have a comeback for. She said, so what are you doing for Thanksgiving? In my mind's eye, I wanted to say, I want to eat some Thanksgiving like I'm going to eat you. That's what I wanted to say to her. But it didn't come out. It didn't come out the correct way. And then from that day forth, we never talked again. It was only one time. She never asked me why you don't want to see each other again. It was just that powerful. The candle magic works, motherfucker. I didn't want to talk to her. Okay, because it wasn't right. Now, she didn't want to express herself to me. The problem with most women is they don't ask questions. And I told you before, you may be attracted to someone. If you just do that one thing, you'll understand that you are more mature than you think. If you could just reject a piece of pussy, no matter how beautiful she is, you become more self-aware than most men. 90% of the men will fail. Like, there's other things of doing rather than candle magic. You could play a video game before sex. She might not be able to contend with that. She might not be able to hang with it. I remember I brought this female over when I was in fucking Oakland. And she's Asian bitch. And I love Asian females. Okay, I know this pussy's smaller, and I won't be able to fit. Okay, so wink, wink, motherfuckers. I make my own porn, motherfuckers. Shut the fuck up, motherfuckers. Now and I got videos. So I took this bitch in my house, and I wanted to play Final Fantasy with her. Final Fantasy 8, I remember it was. And I showed her this one stage with this creature. She was sitting down. She was all calm and shit about it. And next thing you know, she wasn't interested in video games. I knew she wasn't. I said, we got plenty of games. She was not interested in gaming. And so, if she wasn't interested in gaming, she wasn't really interested much in life. That's what it means. Because there's things in video games to talk about. I remember I was talking to this hood rat. I'll give you a great example here. There's things to talk about in video games at all times. There's no doubt about it. There's something in the game that you want to talk about. Okay. So I'm playing the fantastic game Borderlands and shit. No, Dante's Inferno, yeah. Her name was LaQuisha. I remember. She had some problem with some guy, a white cracker, who was cutting himself and shit when he didn't get his way. But when she watched me play video games, she basically was actually asking me questions. This game is scary. I like to watch, but I don't want to play. See, at least she said something. She said, why is that creature doing that? And see, you see what I'm saying? But I digress here. Understand that if you have no questions when you play no games, and there's a whole list of games. That's just one genre of things. I'm just talking about candle magic with your motherfuckers, okay? Think about it, how useless most women are, okay? And how they're not trained by fathers, okay? They don't have no potential, okay? And the only thing you're focused on is booty. There's other things to do rather than just focus on sex, okay? Seriously. And if you just have to be desperate enough, okay, see, going back to that question earlier I was talking about with Ilian, understand that horse is not the way to go. Condoms is not the way to go, because you can get infected with condoms. Did you know that? Brothers, you should know, you do some research on condoms, the side effects of condoms, okay? It doesn't kill spermatozoid, okay? It affects the woman, and it also can affect you as well. I understand that all condoms are not the same, okay? And you trust the white man to stick your little Peter in there and shit. So do some research on that in your spare time, okay? I believe you will. Other than that, okay, when a woman doesn't have a conversation, your future is going to be shallow. It's going to be very grim. It's going to be dim. It's not going to work too well. It has to be focused on, basically, how you been, Syed? What's going on, my brother from another mother from Bangladesh? Understand, Syed, you are 10 hours ahead of me. I know military time. And so, I'm just talking about how I'm not really anybody's friend in a positive note. And I'm going to say this. I was talking about candle magic. Okay, the candle test. I was also talking about, okay, when you joined in here, I was talking about how you can distract yourself with other left brain hemisphere logical stuff to know if the female is your type or not. Because these days, women don't understand how the male mind works. They don't care about how the male mammalian mind works. They really don't. Okay. And so since the world is built upon technologies from the left brain, which is mostly predominantly male and the patriarch, you can go to that song from James Brown and say, this is a man's world. Okay. But eventually men won't need women anymore because they know the technology of incubators and artificial insemination. Okay. This will be a problem for women who are in the lower species of class. Okay. I'm not fully black and I'm not fully white. Okay. So I am the byproduct of, interbreeding. Okay. Because my mom is Indian. Okay. I got some German in my blood. Okay. But you already know I talk about multiple subjects, but I'm not trying to get off the side subject though. But if you got something to say, Syed, you should say it. Write it down. I may not receive your message until 10 seconds to 40 seconds later. Let's continue on with the subject now here. Now, if you did the candle test, Syed, you probably won't know about this because I know how your country's is. Okay. You might not be able to find women out there of high quality standard like yourself, okay, because you are a virgin, correct? And so you should only deal with virgins. Always fall for your type. This magic is something with the psyche. Okay, you take the candle, you go in there, you hold her hand for like 1 minute and shit, and you just close your eyes. Now, the male is usually thinking about a family. If your mind is sexualized, then it will never work. Okay, it will never work. Always understand that. The male should always be thinking about polygyny, multiple children at certain amount of time, his finances. He should be thinking about all those things. He should be thinking about all those things, you guys. Y'all should be thinking about family orientation. Women are not usually thinking of family orientation if they're just thinking about attraction. Okay, they're not. And the hobbies that men have supersedes what women have. So I'm not talking down on women. It's just women nature. Okay, and I'm not. I may sound like a sexist, but I'm not really a sexist. I think women can do things what men can do, but I'm not a gynecologist. I mean, I'm not a gynocentric individual or a mangina. Okay, I speak very fluent English, and I can be very, unorthodox. Okay, because that's the way I roll. Method to my madness, right, Syed? Right, method to my madness, right? But of course, let's continue on now. Ordinary women will be destroyed. Women who have not been destroyed, you basically won't waste time with them if you did the candle magic. Or if you're a gamer or something like that. Because if you become mental with a female, then you'll know her true potential. Very limited. Now, in my situation, my wife was from Ethiopia. She was a virgin. So I had to go to see what the hell that was about, okay? Okay, so obviously speaking, I would not deal and settle down with a female who basically live in America or a colonized country, which basically is just fucking pathetic. Westernized ways. How you been, Bolini? Okay, Elina? How you been? I'm gonna call you L, because that's simple and alpha. I'm gonna wave to you. I was just talking about candle magic. If you have any comments, questions, or insults, or even roast fest, you put it down below. I'm your friendly neighborhood Sexologist, and I'm unique in my own fashion. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, because I only want to really talk for like a half an hour or some shit, is why I'm not your friend. I am not your friends, peoples. I must say this. I am not that emotional. Okay, I am friendly, but I'm not that emotional. Friends come a dime a dozen. Okay, real friends is long term. I only know I know some friends that I know for 25 years, but they're not really my true friends because they don't really give out of their heart. They give by trade. Okay, so I have business associate friends. you want to call it that, okay? There's different levels of friendships, okay? And so I put certain friendships on different scales and levels, okay? So I measure what your worth is by what you give me and what I give to you, okay? So I've known some people who are over 20 years who have never helped me in my time of need, but they always ask me to give things back. So I put them on a certain scale, like a business associate, partner, friend, okay? But they're not truly my friend. What a true friend is someone who gives. What they don't expect nothing back because they can afford it. They can afford to give to you, okay? And of course, how you been, Jordan Daniels? Today I was just talking about, I'm not going to rehash and do everything over again, okay? I'll just give us synapses of what I was saying. And if you have any questions, comments, or insults, you put it down below. I don't mind making fun of, okay? And I'm just talking right now, I'm talking about how I'm a sadist. I like to see chaos. I'm a chaos into peace type of guy. Yes, I'm one of those rare guys. And it may seem like I'm very kind and considerate, but don't get on my wrong side. Okay, that's not very wise, okay? Okay, I am antisocial, and I usually talk about the uncomfortable truths every time, man, every time. I talk about the uncomfortable truths because most people will ignore me. Just like Jesus. As this is an uncomfortable truth right here. Did you know God and the devil are the same individuals in the Bible? Do you need proof of this? Jesus said when he comes back, he's not bringing peace. He's pitting mother against father, father against child. He come with a double-edged sword, motherfuckers, because he is God and the devil at the same time. This world is a purgatory prison. Understand that. And the souls here is supposed to learn a lesson from embodying the shell of the flesh. We should know this. You cannot leave your body. Okay? We are brought here into this realm because we are interested and curious like moths to fucking flame. Remember that. And when I say things of common sense and people just ignore me, then I understand what this world is about. It's not fucking hard to do. We already know that most people are quote unquote religious, but they fail to listen to the patriarch. The patriarch is religion. Religion is means to contain, to hold. Latin. Okay? Understand that. That's a fact. But when you try to speak the truth, you sometimes have to flip it into a forceful, chaotic mention of things. You can't talk nice all of the time. You can't do those things. And if you do talk nice, you got to make sure you keep your friends very few and far between, because your enemies are always nearby. Like for example, I know people who live down the street from me and over here, but I never get close to anybody. Okay, people naturally give things to me because they probably think I'm a very nice guy, but I am a nice guy until you cross me, because then I'll hack your systems or some shit. When I found out the truth, I found out shit the hard way, and when I found shit the hard way, I had to make sure that you are my enemy. And I had to give another chance, though. I always give second chances. But it depends on what the person did. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hard person to deal with. I tend to disappear when you try to say things about me, and then you just forget about me. That's just how it is. You don't know me, okay? But other than that, I am everyone's friend until they step on my toes, okay? And usually I'll ask questions of why you did something. So at least you get a heads up. You're not like you're ignorant and you're blind and you stepped on my toes. I say, hey, you stepped on my toes. If you don't say sorry, then you're going to have some consequences. And then usually I don't play eye for an eye. I play eye for two eyes. You know what I'm saying? Because I already know who you are, okay? You know what I'm saying? Jordan D. Okay, but other than that, I seek chaos to create peace due to insubordination of the people who don't like they don't like the word obey. Obey is a very strong word for a lot of women especially. And this is a problem for most of society. When people hear that word obey, the first thing they think is that they're going to be a slave. Right. You're a slave. No, it doesn't mean that. Obey means to basically focus on the reality of life, that most people are pretty much idiots. So if you know most people are idiots, you're going to need some strict rules and regulations in order to obtain that, the high values of effeminate traits. Okay, or Kali will come and show her face and destroy everything. And that's the effeminate side of things. In Hindu, Kali is the destroyer and creator of all things. She is stronger than Krishna, okay, and other male deities, okay, because that's the emotional instability because of those who do not like to obey. This is the reason why she destroys every fucking thing. When I was reading about the story of Callie, I'm like, damn, I think she was betrayed. I forgot what the story was. I gotta go read it again, okay? Because I'm older than most of you. I told you this time and time again, okay? And, when you have all this chaos and people running rampant with their heads chopped off, eventually it'll come back to normal. Just give it some time. Give it some time. But when the truth is spoken first, hallelujah, and it's ignored, then you have to go to that chaotic side. It's not hard, but people like to keep giving chances. I don't do that. Okay? That's a waste of time. Okay, like if I had children or something like that, and my daughters learn quick with me. Okay, my wife learned quick with me too and shit. But I rather play passive role with the woman. Okay, because I let her sit in her own shit for quite a while. I have women call me back from over 5-6 years and shit. And I'm like, oh, you got to suck some balls to get back with me, motherfucker. I just, no. I have no time to be swiddling, okay, back to my past. My past is gone, okay. You have fucked that up. And the only thing to come back is to pay up some dues, pay up some fees and funds and monies, okay. Look how clean my house is, okay. But anyway, I digress here. So, the more what I'm talking about here is, how I'm not your friend in a good way, because if I'm your friend, I know you will never stab me in the back, okay? But if I'm your enemy, you will never hear from me again. It will be that simple. It will not be hard, okay? But other than that, the new news today, you guys. Lady in Ghana was making herself very fluent. She made another video. Remember the video with the woman from Ghana says her country sucks? The men sucks. She's using dark psychology. She knows her country is trying to strive, but she forgets one thing. She forgets about eugenetics. We have to understand that there are certain types of blacks who can grasp the knowledge, okay, of the white superior races that came from other worlds and shit, and also Orientals, okay, So I know that's the hard truth for a lot of blacks and colored folks, okay, but blacks are not attuned to technology, okay? They're aboriginal people of the earth. Now, hold on now here. Hold on. I'm saying this because I'm always interested in technology, but I can't grasp it, okay? Understand this. I know some white folks who can grasp it. Maybe that's their genetics. Maybe they was taught a certain way. But understand this clearly. If you're honest with yourself, this is beside the point here now. If you know that technology, religion is folly, then you are the few elite. Religion is just folly. We should know that. Okay, I've learned this, okay, a long time ago, okay, when I was 7 years old. This is why I'm an indigo child. But I'm not getting off the subject now here. There are different species of people in this world. And depending on where you go, you'll find out English is not their national language, correct? Okay. We should know that English is the most superior language of all races, okay? And we should automatically have an open mind to understand that there are people who are not from this world. We should be open-minded to that. And if you say there's only humans on this planet, you already lost the battle right there. We shouldn't even have a conversation. You should just fly the fuck off. If you don't know who Super Mario Brother is, Samus Aran, Donkey Kong Jr., okay, Atari 2600, you shouldn't even listen to me at all because you're not a gamer. And if you're not a gamer, or you don't like philosophy, okay, Socrates, Heraclitus, or anything like that, you don't know anything about cars, most women don't listen to me because I'm too alpha. I already said this, okay? I speak more articulate than fucking Donald Trump, but I don't want to talk about that discussion. Everybody has their own attributes. That's my whole point. Okay, so the woman from Ghana, okay, said her people were pretty much not there, okay? And she says that she knows that they're trying, okay? But she knows that her type of people are not like her. She's just one of the elite. And she said it. That's called the hard truth. Okay? And if you can't grasp that, and that's a hard reality to take, hard token to swallow, okay, whatever, you basically got to wake the fuck up. You got to start getting yourself educated and obey. Learn how to obey. What is obedience? Obedience is not chaos. Obedience is something you learn from within yourself to obey your inner voice. That inner voice is your intuition. Your fucking intuition activates your fucking chaos. Which that may sound confusing to most of y'all. Because if you're the odd one out, you are automatically part of that fucking chaos. And that is what I'm trying to focus on here. That's why I don't want the masses of asses listening to me in the first place. Well, how the hell? Motherfuckers, I don't want a masses of asses listening. They're idiots. Most of them are idiots. I'll talk to someone, I'll ask a simple question, and they never answer my question. They'll never answer my question. But when I ask, like someone asks me a question, I answer it directly. And then somehow they say I didn't answer their question. I'm like, what the hell? Are you an NPC player? How the fuck? I just gave you the core reason why something is like this, and I have put myself in isolation and chamber, thinking over fucking years in this and months in this, and I'm not just using my heart. I'm using pure logic. And then I can look it up, and then I found out I was right. I was just right all along. Well, anyway, that's all I wanted to say, you brothers and sisters. Do you have anything to say, Syed, L, and Jordan D? What's going on? Any topics you want to talk about today? Anybody who want to do a stream, we will go on the stream. Okay, this will be posted on YouTube if they allow me to. And as I said before, I'm not really your fucking friend. Okay, friends take a long time to know one another. We are associated to one another. We are associate buddies, pals. Okay. But not friends. Friends is a strong fucking word, like mother and dad, okay, some shit like that, right? And I was just talking to a friend of mine. Okay, I usually say that. That's a habit what people say. An associate of mine who lives in fucking Nigeria, and he was talking about how the white imperialists took over the world, and he tends to forget about eugenetics. It's very important to study eugenetics because it helps you to understand human behavior. It eradicates the human behavior. Why would you want to learn human behavior when you can understand genetic coding? Understand human genetics. Trust me, you'll go far. But other than that, it's already been done. Okay, it's already been done. Okay, please understand, it's already been done since the 1900s. I think it was. I don't remember exact dates, but they will call it racist. And as a matter of fact, you could look up Alfred C. Kinsey, okay, as the most recent in the 1940s. He tried to implement this in the United States Congress. Okay, he tried to, but it failed. He was a biologist or something. He was into bugs and stuff like that. I forgot what it's called when you're a bug researcher. Okay, but Alfred C. Kinsey. Okay, of course I'm being ignored. It's okay. Alfred C. Kinsey was a person who would like to study sexuality, the sexual side of people in particular. And he broke down reasons why people thought this way. And Marshall and Mathers also does shit like that. You didn't think I was going to come up with that shit? Okay, but it's okay. But I'm about to get the hell out of here. Somebody's trying to call me and say, hey, I want you on my show again. And I'm going to try to get on this show, okay? I'm going to try to get on this show because I sense he wants me there. Of course. But other than that, that's all I wanted to say about it. But on my next stream, I'm going to try to talk about this candle test again. Motherly chaos. I'm going to talk about monetization of the world, the Chinese. I'm going to talk about, how to create chaos. And I have other things to talk about. But anything I want to say before I get out of here? Okay, going once, going twice, no sell. And I'm out of here, y'all brothers and sisters. This is under 30 minutes. And y'all have a nice fucking day. Yeah.